Cyberpunk 2077 as, of
Yeah.
course, carrier, and I was really excited to talk about this because I was really intrigued by this because I remember when the game came out, and there was so much controversy about the game and the state it was in and the bugs and stuff. What's your take on the Cyberpunk 2077 controversy now, looking back on it?
It's a shame because the game's amazing. Especially now that they've released the most recent patch, and I think it speaks less to the controversy as much as it speaks to the nature of how difficult it is to get out a game of that caliber, and how much that these gigantic companies are now beholden to their stockholders to maintain a stock price. And so they're like, well, if you don't get it out by X day, then our stock price is going to drop $1 and we're going to lose $100 million, right? But we have all of these pre-sales and we've got to give the fans something. So I hated it because I knew, having done all of the loops with the various different Vs and everything like that, and even stuff that I haven't seen in videos yet, right, are still out there. There's still loops that I haven't seen people do yet. I'm gone, okay, I really wanted that game to do really well. I mean, I love Cyberpunk. I mean, that was one of the few things where I walked into that job and I walked in and I went, I know what this is. And they went, well, because I had signed all these NDAs, and they were like, well, here's what we think it is. And I was like, this is who this is the what it is, this is the whole game, this is the plot, this is the plot, this is how it is, this is based on, because I played that game religiously as a teenager. I have all of the source books. I have all of the original source books over there signed by Mike Pondsmith, because I was a dork who went to Comic-Con in the 90s. So I'm a huge fan. So I walked into that and I went, I know what this is. I don't care if you make me little girl number 4. You're giving me a character in this game. And they went, okay, so here's the character we would like you to audition for. His name is Kay. And I looked at him, I went, you want me to play Carrie Uridine? And they were like, what? And I was like, this is who Carrie was and the thing, and then again, this is the back history of and they were like, we didn't know that. Well, where do you? And so, like, it was one of the first time I'd really, like, I had 12 years of research into the character before I did it. So, I mean, because I had game mastered the game, I had already done that voice for Carrie 20 years ago for a bunch of dorks in a room, right? While we're rolling dice and going, do you roll a hit? Well, Carrie really wants to come along and trying to do it, right? So, come on. So, I had loved that character. And when I found out Keanu was doing it, and I was like, come on, this is going to be the biggest game ever. And, you know, Keanu's so kind, and, like I was so excited to do the game. And then when what happened, it takes just as much effort to make a bad game as it takes to make a good game, right? Yep. And the thing was that people assumed when it went bad, and as much as I'll watch Donkey and go like, that was really funny. That was incredibly funny. You making fun of that game. That was the problem was that it was on a hurry up schedule and it wasn't about fans. It was about shareholders, right? And the thing is that when gaming started, it was never about shareholders until money became the main issue. And now money is the main driver. And so it's become less and less about product, and it's become more and more about money. And the thing is that Cyberpunk is a dynamically good game, you know, that's trying to do things that are really difficult. And I know for a fact that they had 25, 30 things lined up in the queue that they really wanted to do, that they were like, we're going to roll this out. But when all the negative press came out, all the brakes went on. So it's like, we're not going to do those things, right? And it's a shame. It's a real shame. So we'll see with the success, maybe the success of the next Witcher franchise, which I bet you CD Projekt Red is going to learn from, and they're going to be like, this comes out when it comes out. Thank you. Right. And I think the industry also learned, like, back off, man. Like, stop hurrying. We don't want another Cyberpunk to happen. Right. We don't want people to lose their shirts. So I think that it'll be a good cautionary tale, and in the end will be better for games. Although you might have to wait 4 years. But I've waited 10 years for George R. R. Martin's book, so you can wait a little bit longer for a video game.